You want to know how strange my life is? I've got a turbo 350 that's getting ready to go in my V8 S10, sitting in the back of my Prius, which is right next to the Z06 with a 6.3 stroker and an A&A supercharger, which is directly behind the Hummer H2 with a 4L80E conversion. Whew. And in the middle of all this, I have to get this truck totally full of various components. They're mostly in the bed of this right now. Intakes, carburetors, valve covers and stuff. Whole trailer full of stuff. Even a Top Fuel funny car go-kart. Try to get rid of that 250 Bayou. Whew. And my shoulder hurts already, just thinking about it. Race truck, as evidenced by the feathering. This is the truck that has the clutch pedal, even though it's an automatic. People do strange things in this world. I have to rewire that. Well, I don't have to rewire it. I just have to cut off the little clutch safety switch. But it's running. Every time I run it, I smell the belt burning because it's kind of just hanging on the alternator. I think what it has done is, you ever had a belt come off and then it's kind of warped, like if you lay it down on a table, it's got like a warp to it? I think that's what's happened here. Thankfully, I have this book that tells me all about a stock S10. Good oil pressure, some fancy stuff, and a lot of weight to that one. Good stuff. Also, you people who do crappy window tints, stop it! Stop it right now! Look at all that. Not to mention the custom door stuff. Smells like I'm doing a burnout at Bradenton Motorsports Park, but that's just the belt. I suppose a thinking man would have a fire extinguisher on hand. Fancy. I guess I'll probably start with the intakes and valve covers. Those are going to go in the back of that truck there. I also have to put the fuel cell, everything that's back here, which is just, there's just stuff. Got to get all that in the back. I have a swap meet coming up in 1 weekend. So, as mentioned, that thing's going. We have over here LS heads, C6 stuff, flamethrower. Look at that. And cast iron heads that are probably just going to the scrap pile. Couple foldable bikes. An old 305 Dream Honda. Insert Sanford and Son theme here. That's pretty cool. This is absolutely useless. Scrap too. All right. Scrap. Then over here, a couple of nitrous fogger kits in there. Jaguar hubcaps. If I'm guessing, I'm saying probably an XK120 or 150. I got that from Cletus McFarland. A Rio push mower. By the way, that's the same Rio random Eli Olds who started Oldsmobile. His company did a lot of stuff, a lot of different companies. You guys remember these things? Put it on top of a carburetor. We're doing tune-ups and stuff. Or at the track. Lots of Hollies. As you guys can see, I definitely got past my erratic fuel pressure issue, but I'm kind of wondering why it doesn't start up. Why do I have to prime it every single time? It would kind of give you the impression that maybe one of the bowls or both of the bowls were emptying. I put a new accelerator pump diaphragm on the front side there, and it was fine after that. Well, that belt making a lot of noise. Wonder why, right? Anyway, V8S10. I'm still going to do a couple more things to this before it either gets out on the road or I sell it or something. The guy who built this just kind of threw it together, and I think I'm just going to de-jankify, de-wonkify, de-funkify. Got to get this working. Got to get my gauges mounted and looking the way they should look. Various stuff. I think I'm also going to go ahead and swap out the transmission that you saw in the back of my Prius. This one that's in here was sliding from the moment I got it, and I just don't feel good about it. It's got a high stall converter, but at the same time, it feels like something's wrong in addition to that. The sea looks killer in here. Ooh, red. That tone's driving me a little crazy. I need both hands for this. I have amplified my clamping force. You gotta go away. Look at that. Aw. Let's just do the technical way here. Dang it. So whenever it grounds, see metal on metal? I gotta, one of those is gonna be hot. There's an old saying, when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. I just ripped it out by its wires and put a piece of duct tape over it and jammed it down in the hole. Sure is quiet now though, isn't it? That's nice. Do that. All right, quick inventory here. See that little clamp that holds that gauge in? Also, by the way, it would appear that they got this in a junkyard, and I hate those plastic lines. Good way to light your vehicle. Anyway, that back bracket thing is going to be going on this. And since it's already hooked up, I have to disconnect it from the other side out there on the intake. And then I have to run it through this. And then I'll still have an extra hole, so I'll look around for some other gauge that I have that's relevant. Probably battery gauge or something. Let me know when the belt came off. Although I have an idiot light up in here. I also have to make sure that the mirror is capable of being glued onto there, so I'm going to already clean it off with a razor blade. I'm going to go get some of that glue made for that and the little mounting tab. And the key for me is putting the mounting tab on and just walking away for like 2 days. Don't do anything. You wipe it down really well with alcohol, but don't touch it. Don't put anything on it. No weight whatsoever for like 2 days, then come back and put the mirror on. Also, I got to wire up this little puppy, so that's a little more stuff under the dash. It's only 4 wires. There's a hot in the ground and a signal, and what's the other one go to? I'll remember here in a moment. Is it just me, or did it get dark? Like, I'll have another video tomorrow. Hi.